Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. Today we're talking about Farscape I. Now, I've mentioned before that I was reviewing these episodes in the order they appear on Sci-Fi rather than the production order. That was because Roku, the channel where I see the episodes, has them in that order. I'd get confused if I tried to do them in production order, and more confused if I tried to do them in the order they intended. Once they produced them, they often would produce them out of their intended order. Anyway, that said, this episode should have been second. As you can see, the crew is not so familiar with each other. Aaron is still griping about having to leave the peacekeepers, and the plot about the separation of the control collar would have happened sooner otherwise. You almost have to remind us of that. We do find out here that Zan has an empathetic power to lay on hands and remove pain. This will become useful elsewhere. In the case of Moya being much larger, however, she wasn't able to take away Moya's pain, but rather just to share it, to take it down a notch. Anyway, this allows Rigel to be working at the same time while the rest of the crew is out trying to find the anesthetic for Moya's pain. Anyway, Crichton is out there. He gets caught. And then later has to rescue Dargo, who came to rescue him. Kind of a cookie-cutter writing method, in my opinion. It seems Crichton happens upon a UFO researcher who has a young boy who John sees as someone like himself at that age. While the anesthetic that's used on the planet, like a seasoning, salt maybe, it would be more believable if he had found a family that wasn't hoping to meet someone just like him. So what we have in this is this same kind of idea that Crichton had when he was a kid, that one day he might be able to meet extraterrestrials, so he's able to empathize and identify with the people. And I think that's really the only reason they did it that way. We also learned that Dargo has a stone knife that's used by adolescent Luxans. They didn't explain what that use is, and I, for one, am glad not to know what the use is. We also learned that Moya can land, but because of her immense weight, she can only hold herself together for a short time on a planet. Have favorite lines, mostly from Rigel when he compares the alarm noise to a drunken shrill singer. And this exchange, mud is mud. You can't breathe in it. You can't move in it. It holds you. It grabs you. It sucks you down. You want to know about mud? I know about mud. To which John adds, the guy knows mud. I'm not crazy about this episode otherwise. It looks as if it was done to stay on budget without being a bottle show. The planet looks like Louisiana, although the location was in Australia and the swamp was special effects. Building and barn, kind of 1940s style. That's what they're trying to give you as an idea of what their technology is. I was bothered they spoke the language, as it would seem unlikely they would have translator microbes. Once again, sloppy writing. And I know you could explain that away. Maybe aliens visited the planet and left their translator microbes out, but I don't buy that. Thursday, Professor O will be back. We'll be talking about Time Bandits. I'll be back on Saturday with episode 8 of Starfleet Academy. So we hope that you will join us then. So in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and until we see you next time,